Welcome to Dark Destinations, a monthly examination into the shadowy corners of the globe, where our haunted past meets our startling future. Episode 5, Mongo Part 2.
Trillig! Deana! My astrolabe is smashed. There's no telling where I am. Luckily, my body shielded the recorder, so all's not lost, though my ribs might tell you a different tale. We seem to have transported to a mountainous, rocky valley. I say we in the most hopeful way possible. I can't see any of the others. There are storm clouds above, but they bear no resemblance to the kind we flew into. It's very peculiar. One minute we're fending off a fire dragon from crushing the rocket, then there was a light and a sound, and none of this bodes well. I shudder to think how I got here. There are two possibilities, and neither is welcome. Irrelevant at the moment. First things first. I have to ascertain what part of Mongo I found myself in.
You're assuming we're still on Mongo.
Hannock! Trillig! You're alive!
We are.
And with nary a scratch.
What, neither of you fell out of the sky?
I found myself at the mouth of a cave.
I'm the only one. Fantastic.
Poor baby. I fell too. But that's where Hawkman will always have the advantage. Now, tell us what happened in the rocket's hold. We weren't free fall, Chronicler. We were dead.
I can't say for certain.
What did you mean, Hannock? Assuming we were on Mongo.
Ask him. Before the Troubles, he was going on about vortices and gateways to other worlds.
It's an unfortunate possibility. We could be anywhere in the known galaxy.
Or unknown.
I did say unfortunate.
We'll worry about our location in due time. As of now, 2 of our party are missing. We must find them.
First, we should establish a nest, a home base. You said there was a cave.
You want shelter? What if you were the one lost, Birdman?
Then I'd not want my rescuers blindly stabbing out to unfamiliar terrain. I'd want them to have a plan and a base of operations.
That sounds reasonable, Trillig.
Follow me.
That is one way to start a fire. Good thinking, Zador.
Thank me. Thank Belander. It's his pistol.
How far back do you suppose this cave stretches?
Does it make me a coward that I don't care to know?
It does. We should put a torch to the cave's entrance as a beacon. That way we'll know where to return to, and if it so happens that one of the others should stumble upon it, they'll know to enter.
How do we proceed?
We don't. Hannock and I will search. You will remain here.
If I must.
Keep that pistol handy, but with caution. The mind plays tricks in unfamiliar environs. Every shadow is a menace. Every whisper of wind, an approaching horror.
You mean like that?
Like what?
You think that's the wind?
Quiet, both of you. Deana!
Oh, thank Arbor, I'm saved.
How long were you back there?
Long enough to know that if I was in peril out there in the wasteland, I couldn't rely on the rescue from you, mighty warriors. You're each a credit to your kingdoms. Why didn't you immediately begin searching?
You see?
Yes. You and she are of a mind. Very satisfactory for you, I'm certain. Gath is still missing. We shouldn't tarry.
And we still need to figure out where exactly in the universe we are.
The universe? We're on Mongo, Mingen. Did you not see the Greensman moon over the northern peak?
There were storm clouds.
A chronicle of incompetence. And there's no need to search for Gaff. She yet may live on, but not on this plane of existence.
You're sure?
Her little trick. Disappearing and reappearing elsewhere. She used that witchery to save our lives. At the cost of her own. I could see her coming apart as she summoned up her magics.
She told me it takes days from her life, even for a short trip.
And this was anything but. She saved us from a rocket falling on the southern slope of Raymond Peak and placed us 2,000 chedics north of that spot.
That would put us...
in Princess Dakarios' kingdom.
Impossible.
Is it? Explain this.
Is that a head?
It is.
It's rotted. Must have been dead for weeks. Why would you be toting around pieces of a mutilated corpse?
That corpse followed me into this cavern and tried to ambush me.
There can be no doubt. We are without transport. In the land of the dead.
It's still alive.
Yes, each part of it survives. The princess's magic is as black as Ming's heart.
How do you defeat an enemy like this?
You smash it to pieces.
Or use it for kindling. The factory is on the edge of Princess Dakarios' kingdom, and half a day's march should bring us there.
I could be there sooner, but I've joined an army of flightless fools.
In other words, you don't want an assassin shooting you out of the sky.
Once a day is quite enough for me.
And then? Maybe if we ask nicely, they'll let us in and agree to destroy the lamp for us.
If you're implying that I could not decimate the device with nothing but my hands, that makes me ponder long and hard the image of you hanging from the bough of a saglet tree by your freshly exposed spine.
Stop. You make me fall in love with you.
You feel that too?
No.
If, however, you're suggesting that we lay hands on an obscene amount of munitions to shatter the lamp and any who stand in our way, I'm in complete agreement.
Dacario has a stockpile of weapons. If we're stealthy, they can be ours.
I thought the princess had no use of conventional arms, given the special circumstances of her army.
She doesn't. They're the weapons of fallen enemies, torn from their hands as their arms were torn from their bodies, discarded in a heap.
You're sure of this?
Hawkman intelligence is flawless, Trillig.
We'll search for the weapons anyway.
Was the cave too dry? Or secure?
Rain is cleansing, young chronicler. Embrace it.
If I had wings sheltering me as I walk, I'd embrace the worst of nature.
You're remarkably unprepared for being so renowned in your field.
He is, isn't he?
Spectacularly.
No wonder he can breathe unassisted.
Wait up, Trillig.
How are you faring?
Better than they think.
Pay them no mind. Even if they're united at your expense, either real or merely perceived, they are united in something. It gives you hope. Gives me hope, in any event.
Hope doesn't seem in short supply with you, though.
What is life without it? No life at all. Had I chosen a sedentary existence on the savannah instead of this one, I would still greet the dawn with expectation.
Even with Mongo in the state it's in.
Especially with Mongo in the state it's in. Ardentia has had its share of horrors at the behest of the Emperor. Entire prides vanishing. Some disintegrated. Others spirited away for the ghastly exploitation beneath the palace.
I've heard of those.
Have you heard of the Obsidian Arena? The Emperor and his coterie of silent benefactors hold private combat there away from prying eyes. For wager, for curiosity, for the lowest desire to see suffering in action. Every conquered species from off-world are forced into combat to the death for their amusement. That such a tournament exists is worthy of sorrow. Instead, It is an unending torrent of grief to my people. For you see, these alien beasts of tooth and claw do not fight each other. No. Ming has long held Ardentians to be a superior fighting species. So every match is one of mine versus an unknown horror from beyond the stars. And if they win, they're summarily executed so that word does not spread.
Ming the Merciless. Something Gaff said to me.
Then I miss her all the more.
There! That outcropping! Use your goggles, Diana!
I apologize for the laughter, Haddock. There's hundreds of rifles and pistols, dumped and unprotected.
What fool would attempt stealing them so far in her territory?
Only us!
At least the rain has stopped.
Quiet. Listen.
It's one of her undead, and it's seen us!
What do we do?
Hope it's not one of many.
There's something in its hand.
A holosphere communicator.
4 questing pilgrims skulking through my kingdom, unannounced, unbidden, unprotected.
Princess Dakota, we entreat you to consider parleying with us.
Parley is invoked at borders. You are beyond diplomacy now.
Your Highness.
Hawkmen were once the stuff of legend. Perhaps you can answer a question for me. What is the trouble with legends as time moves on? They become easily dismissed. In days past, no tribesmen of Mongo would dare set foot so far inland, trespass so deep in my land.
We are not trespassers.
No, you are volunteers. The next time I see you, you will be obedient foot soldiers in my army.
On guard! Back to back! They might come from any direction!
They're coming up from the ground.
Go to the weapons! It's our only chance!
There, that boulder. If we can climb it, we can fend them off.
If you can climb it, hold on, Arborean.
There's more of us, you know.
I can't carry you all.
What happened to carrying 24 shock troopers?
That is what's known as a lie, Chronicler.
Take him, Hannock. I'm going for the weapons.
Careful. How many are there?
I count 15.
Child's play.
They'll tear you to pieces.
They can't harm what they can't catch. Ha ha! Yeah!
Beginning to feel bad for the dead. Deana, behind you!
You have a ray gun? Give me that.
Death from on high! They're not so formidable disassembled. Anytime with those weapons, Trillig.
They are deactivated. I'm searching for a useful one.
Take your time. Hanak has once more shown in combat.
You did it.
You had doubt? Nothing on Mongo can withstand a Hawkman war club, and witchery be damned.
Let me teach you a legend, trespassers. Witness my power!
Impossible.
It's happening, Chronicler. Do your job.
The pieces of the dead are crawling together, reassembling, reforming. Bone and flesh are just sliding together, creating something big, something unnameable.
Hannock, below you.
By Avia.
It's coming this way.
Behind me, Sador.
Diana, run to Trillig. I'll hold it here. Back to the pit with you. Unhand me, foul beast. For Luna! For Hawkman! For Hanak! For Mongo! Ah!
Panic!
He's gone! We're next.
Not without a fight.
Look!
An Imperial rocket. Our situation is not improved.
We can reason with Imperials.
The airlock is open, my friends.
Belander!
Everyone aboard quickly. There is an undead army advancing on you. We have no time.
Go. We play that tune for our Borean heroes that have passed on in battle. Usually when one has fallen at the hands of a Hawkman. Never in my life did I think I would play it for one. But Hanak was a mighty warrior.
Fierce and true.
We don't be part of Dakario's army now, if not for him.
We honor him by soldiering on.
We are free of Dakario's territory. I'll set us down. I'm certain we are all in need of recuperation and regrouping.
Make certain you land in a secluded area.
But of course,
And I have some questions, Belander.
naturally, I will answer all. Now then, ask.
A single Carillion took on Ming's troopers and then managed to commandeer their rocket. That's curious.
Was that a question, Viana? If so, the answer is yes.
How did you find us?
Ah, an actual question. The answer is Sador.
Me?
Do you recall when we first met? I scanned you.
Yes, to see if I had a homing beacon on me.
Apologies for the deception, but I was actually planting one upon you.
We did not sanction that.
No, but I thought it a prudent action. Am I suspected as a Mingan spy?
No.
Yes.
Tell me, what kind of turncoat saves his enemy from destruction? If I were working for Ming, would it not have been to my advantage to simply allow you to be swallowed up by that shambling monstrosity?
It's a good point.
Of course you would say that.
You still think I'm a traitor? What do I have to do? I saved your life, and I've been just as much at risk as any of you. More! I'm not military. I'm a storyteller, for Tao's sake.
I concur. I think we are long past time for suspicion, Viana. There has been ample opportunity for deception, and though beset with difficulty, the mission continues.
And why are we suspect and Trillig is trustworthy?
Who said he was?
You're exhausting. I'm exhausted.
As are we all.
Dawn will be breaking soon. We cannot afford to move in daylight. Might as well slumber. We can do so in shifts, if that will satisfy you, Viana.
Plotting our next step will require a clear head. I'm off to sleep, sentry or no.
I'll be in the cockpit, with a hatch sealed.
Dawn is broken. I'm taking a walk to clear my head. Focus my thoughts. Everyone back at the rocket is asleep. At least I'm assuming Deana is, while the cockpit door still bolted shut. Belander said we were out of Decareo's kingdom, leaving only 2 possibilities to our current location. Kira and Valkyr. And since I'm not besieged with lizardmen at the moment, I'll say we're in Valkyr, which is preferable. Green as Arborea, but lush, sensual, worlds away from my last assignment in Phrygia. The fronds on the tree I'm standing beneath are roughly the size of a small village, perfect for concealing a rocket, or a factory assembling a nitron lamp. I think no one would be surprised that the Storm Queen has given Ming free rein to conduct his experiments here in her kingdom. I didn't think this mission would work. As hopeful a thought as the tribes coming together might be, it always seemed doomed to failure. And that was when I assumed they had a large fighting force. Seeing it was only a handful of misfits only reinforced my feeling. Watching them pull together, trust one another, and persevere. If a Corallian can overwhelm a dozen troopers in his quest to reunite with us, and an Arborian can mourn a fallen Hawkman, heartening is a poor description for what I'm feeling. Not just for this mission, but for the future of all of Mongo.
Hello over there.
Hello?
I heard someone talking. Thought there were 2 of you.
Just me.
Good. That's how we prefer it.
Let go of me!
I'd not struggle if I were you, Mingen. My friend there is aching to use his new pistol.
What do you want?
It's not we want, but you are wanted. Now let's discuss how you're going to help us get aboard your rocket undetected. You and your pals are worth a small fortune.
You're not going anywhere near them, and I'm not helping.
Should I motivate him?
Please. Now, what was that you said?
I said, I'm going to enjoy watching you die.
Is that a...
Feel that? My blade is thirsty. Don't breathe. You! Release my friend, if you value your life.
Or I can kill you both.
Who are you?
We're here at the command of General Clytus.
Clytus, huh? He's letting standards slip. Have you ever seen a secret police officer look so ragged, Sador?
I haven't.
Shut up.
Believe what you want, Arborian. We're here under Imperial sanction. You should surrender now. There's 20 more of us back at our rocket.
Dropping standards in attire and education. I only counted 4 back at that pathetic excuse for a ship. At least that's how many I killed. Did I miscount?
Let's just take the Mingen. Partial reward is better than no reward at all.
Mercenaries from Tropica. Adorable.
That's right. If you don't want a neat little hole running through this Mingen skull, you'll let my partner go, stand down, and just watch us take him.
Pull the trigger. I think he's a spy anyway.
Deana!
Even if he's not, he's inessential to my mission. Whether he lives or dies is immaterial.
She doesn't even have a ray gun.
Is this blade no threat to you?
Stop! He's right. You might kill him, and I might kill your man here. But what happens then? You wound me? Think, Arborian.
How did you find us?
We got lucky. Everyone's looking for you. Princess Decario sent out a planet-wide transmission. You will be caught.
You are wrong.
How you figure? Every merc on Mongo is hunting you down.
Not you. Your partner. He said I didn't have a ray gun.
Thank you.
We're even now. Let's go. Valkyr is no haven for us. We should hurry.
So, we're friends? You told them to release your friend.
You want to join him? I have a lot of fight left in me, Mingen.
Skylander.
What?
I grew up in Skyland City. I'm not Mingen at all.
I've never met a Skylander. I'm not impressed.
You're very complicated, Deana.
Not true. I'm as transparent as a Nakut glacier. I attack what I hate, and I hate a despot above all. Prince Baron is the rightful ruler of Mongo. Ming killed our king and usurped his throne. Usurped everything everywhere. I have no love for the other kingdoms, but there is much victim as Arborea to that crime. And Ming's bloody work should be paid with blood. Does that paint a detailed enough portrait for your chronicle, Sador?
There you are. We have news.
I communicated with Ergon,
Ergon?
our contact within Clytus's secret police. He transmitted identification passcodes that will allow us to land at the Nitron Lamp facility.
Great.
There is an obstacle, however.
Evidently, mercenaries are seeking us out.
You don't say.
Yes, and this rocket has been identified. We won't get near the factory with it.
I see. Belander, have you ever piloted a Tropican mercenary rocket? Is that it?
Ming's secret factory. I'll take us in slow.
Much smaller than I thought.
A nitron lamp needn't be a sizable device to inflict such devastation.
Good. All the easier to destroy.
Approaching rocket. Remit credentials and passcodes.
Automated? That's unusual.
Shall I send?
We have no choice now. Do it.
Sending requested information.
Request has been approved. Lock landing vector 1031. Landing bay 3.
Did you each take a weapon from the Mingan scout ship?
Yes.
My sword has seen me well, Trillig.
Zador?
I took one, but if it's okay with you, Belander, I'll use your pistol.
I am proud it will be used so nobly.
I, too, beam with pride in having served with each of you. Even if we fall, even if our names are forgotten, even if we inspire no one, what we do this day is in service to every tribe of Mongo. Ming may yet rule after our actions, but we will have hastened his ruin.
Very peculiar. There is no ground crew, no staff of any kind.
Maybe we should take advantage of their oversight.
I agree.
It may be a trap.
Certainly. But we all assumed the risk that we may not return. When the airlock opens, we're through that loading door and down the hallway. The factory floor should be at its end. Any resistance should be met in kind. Are you ready?
Ready.
Yes.
Aye.
There, the factory door. Weapons up. The door!
Locked and shielded.
Where is it?
Where is anything?
Nothing but a hollow screen.
Welcome to Valkyr, noble warriors.
Ming!
What a persistent group you are. We admire persistence. And anyone that can escape the land of the dead deserves our applause. Bravo! You've traveled so far and fought so hard for the nitron lamp. It must devastate you to find no trace of it. We do not wish to prolong that feeling. So look, there behind us. That is the fully operational nitron lamp we had built weeks ago. Never let it be said that Ming was not a benevolent ruler.
If that's true, if the device is already operational, why this ruse? Why lure us so far?
You were lured as long as it took to discover the name of your contact in the secret police. Rest assured, Agent Ergon is praying for death at this very moment.
Use the lamp. Its effects will only swell our ranks and aid our cause. Soon every kingdom will unite against you, Ming the Merciless.
We have been using it for weeks, honing its power on an off-world system, perfecting it for use here on Mongo.
Monster.
That fiery spirit will serve you well in the Obsidian Arena.
I will die first.
Oh, you'll most certainly die, but only when we allow it. Take that weapon from your temple, Ardentian.
For Ardentia! For Mongo!
Are those Imperial weapons malfunctioning for you? Tragic.
Mine as well.
Bastard.
The arena for you. Public execution for the Corallian.
And Clytus is eager to have his hands on you, young Arborean. As to your chronicler, does that pistol have a stun setting, Agent Sador?
It does, Your Highness.
Turncoat filth.
We require them alive. We've been receiving your transmissions, Agent Sador. You've collected valuable information.
Yes, Your Highness.
Your work has been exemplary as usual.
Thank you, Your Highness.
Which saddens us, given what must follow.
Your Majesty? What did I do?
We can forgive that you would be so adept at gaining confidence in others only to betray them. Such a man should be feared. And we can forgive the obvious streak of sympathy in you for these traitors. The evident admiration you feel for them and their cause.
I have been all loyalty, Your Highness.
However, the disparaging words you have for our Imperial holofilm and its successful decades-long transmission are really beyond the pale. I cannot forgive that.
Your Majesty, we're receiving a critical report from planetary security.
What a nuisance. Out with it?
An alien craft has breached the Imperial Vortex and will make landing inside Kira.
How delightful. It would appear the Nitron lamp is a massive success. Our latest conquest has struck out against their annihilation and sent emissaries.
Shall we scramble an assault force, Your Majesty?
Kira is not far from you, Agent Sador.
No, Your Highness.
Perhaps you'd appreciate the chance to return to our good graces?
I want nothing more.
Very well. I'll have a shock troop detachment join you at their landing site.
Thank you, Your Majesty. Is there anything I should know about our visitors?
That is for you to discover. What was it the Ardentian called me?
Ming the Merciless, Your Highness.
Ming the Merciless. Perhaps it is time to update that Imperial holofilm. All we can tell you is that they call their pathetic world Earth.
This episode of Dark Destinations was written and produced by Father Malone and featured performances by Dakota Sky, Matt Sjafiroeddin, Antonio Llapur, Drew Beddow, Chris Stachiw, and Deana Gemeleos as Princess Dakota. Music by HP Music. Opening theme by Darren Curtis. Until next time, may all your travels lead you to dark destinations.